Hello, you lovely lot. This is Barekins.
Yeah. This is Buddyfoot. No.
No,
No. I'm Buddyfoot.
Barekins.
You're Barekins.
Baking. Lion King.
Okay. Just whatever.
Buddyfoot. Buddyfoot. Oh. Buddyfoot.
No,
No.
let's just stick
Barekins. Barefoot and Buddykins. Barefoot.
Budkins.
Buddykins. We'll get there.
We'll get there.
It's Sunday. Can you hear that? Guess where we are?
Oh, I do like to be beside this.
Where are we? I won't keep you in suspense. Do you want to have a look?
Okay.
Won't it swap over?
No.
No. Alright. Towards the end of the video I'll turn it round. Somebody's fishing what? Or is it him? Alright. We're on the beach. I don't know what time it is actually.
I don't care what time it is.
I'd say it's about 11:30 in the morning. Sunday. The 1st of September. And it's bloody beautiful again. It's nice, isn't it? It's not too hot. We're sat on the rocks on what I believe to be called the Eastern Beach of La Linea. Like I say, towards the end of the video I'll spin the camera round, or spin the iPad round so that you can see beautiful view out here. So if we drift off and forget that you're on video, please excuse us. Right, okay. Alright, some people last night saw a video that Sarah put up. I didn't know she'd put it up till later, but I can fully understand where she's coming from, because this was to be expected by me. What can we say? Look, go on.
As I say, it's just one of those things that we have to deal with.
We said our lives were changing, right? And the thing is, we wanted our lives to change. Now, I think the biggest thing is that people realise how big change is, because we all want change, and this is something that I've done it before, and to some degree Sarah has as well. But when you make changes to this degree, where you pretty much sell everything, you move to a different country, we've explained before about language barriers and stuff like that, that's change, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's change. And to be fair, before we came out, I said to Sarah, I said, we're going to need support, right? Psychological support more than physical support, I think, because this is reality.
Yeah, well, sometimes you think you can deal with it yourself,
Yeah.
and then you can't. Or you can.
It's a confusing situation. We made the decision to not only move country to a better climate, you know, living around, you know, really nice people, and that's no disrespect to our friends and family and relatives. They're lovely people, you know, we love you all, but I'm talking about strangers. When you can put your trust in strangers, when you can walk past people and not feel that negative aura. We made that decision, and like I say, we knew what we was going into.
We're already prepared, but you can't prepare for everything.
That's just what I was going to say. Can you really be prepared? We can all think what it's like. You guys will be sat at home probably loving the videos that we're sending, the pictures that we're sending, and guys, it's fucking fantastic. It really is. But if ever any of you lot think it's an easy ride, it's not. It's not. Never forget that. Never forget that. Now, Sarah went through a little bit of a dip yesterday, and life is about a roller coaster. When we said we was going to move out here for a better life, not once did I think that it wouldn't be that roller coaster. It is not utopia in respect to the fact that you don't have challenges. If you didn't have challenges, you wouldn't be living. We're lucky enough that we can get through things like this, yeah? We can sit down, you know, immediately at the time. If there's no conversation, if there's no communication, of course it causes frustration. We're normal, aren't we?
I'm just one that keeps everything in. Senior.
We're all unique.
Can't
Express yourself.
Yeah, not in words, but it's here. I can hear it, I can see it, I feel it, everything, but just can't say it. Because if you say it, it sounds stupid.
To you?
Or to me, yeah. Or maybe to someone else. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I get stuck.
The human mind is a very, very delicate thing, yeah? And I do understand what you're saying. A lot of things that I think can feel stupid to me, it's not there to be understood.
Sometimes you do finally get the answers to your own questions. It's just whether somebody's listening, or what I think they are.
Somebody or something?
Something.
Yeah?
Yeah, not somebody, but something is listening. And then all of a sudden you're like, get the answer. And it's like, you know, and then it calms you. And then you feel an idiot for even thinking it.
But like I said, if we all had the answers, look at the fish grabbing that, sorry, wait a minute, look at the fish grabbing that bait that he's just chucked out. If we all had the answers, would life be worth the challenge? I want a challenge. I want an easy life. I've got that now. I've got that now. But my easy life will be different to Sarah's easy life. It'll be different to your easy life. My easy life is when I can look out there and I can absorb the energy, the peace, the tranquility, because that's what my easy life is, yeah? Doesn't turn off the fact that we're looking for better accommodation, not that we're not unhappy with what we've got. We've got what we've got, and that's a blessing. Not that it doesn't take away the challenge of looking for work. Have you explained you've got an interview tomorrow? No? So there's a bit of a bonus. Sarah's got an interview tomorrow.
Second one. In 2 weeks.
Second one in 2 weeks.
That's quicker than it was in the UK, you know.
Now, one thing we've noticed out here, it looks like it's a lot easier for women to get bar jobs, kitchen jobs, but we're also aware that once, fingers crossed, once Sarah has got a job, if anything crops up in the future, hopefully she'll be able to put a good word in for me, and because we're husband and wife and living together and such like, hopefully that'll be an advantage. Fingers crossed. We're going to try, but that's the way things are looking at the moment, yeah?
Things like kitchen work and that's sort of like a
But we have heard that blokes are doing it as well. So, and
Not
like
many,
I said,
though.
I don't really care what I do. A little bit of euros, and I'll be happy. That's all it is. We came out here for a simplistic way of life, and we're nearly there.
So that we can be together more.
Look at what we're doing. Since when in England have we been able to do this together?
Well, could have gone to Cleethorpes, but we wouldn't have been able to sit here and do that either.
No. Can you still hear the waves? Temperature wise, I would think it'd be about 30. About 30. Yeah. And we're just looking out onto the Mediterranean. Yeah, Mediterranean this side. Yeah, we're on the east coast, Eastern Beach. So yeah, we're looking out onto the Med. There's a few large ships in the distance. Yeah, we are, because the tip of Gibraltar, Europa Point's at the bottom end. So if you look at that on a map, we're on the east coast. Yeah, so the east coast is Mediterranean. So, what else have we got to talk about? I know something that I've been meaning to talk about that I haven't spoken, and this I really want you to sit and think about this. Some people have said, what the hell made you want to do this? We sat on a rock and it's not the comfiest on the old arse bone.
Oh, you might have to mould your backside, won't you?
Losing a bit of weight as well. The old coccyx sticks out a little bit more than the butt cheeks. Yeah, some people said, what made you want to do this and what inspired you? We don't know, but one day I had the crazy idea of getting a pencil and paper, right, and I'll challenge each and every one of you to do this. Yeah, it's a fun exercise, right, but it brings reality to the surface. Get yourself a pen and paper and write down the 5 things that you have to pay on a weekly or monthly basis. Now that can be rent or mortgage, council tax, gas, electric. That's not, just one sec, that's not that deep if she stood up there, look. Is it? We thought that dropped down, didn't we? Sorry guys, I told you I'd drift off. Right. Mortgage or rent, council tax, gas, electric, and water.
They're the things that we...
The 5 essential things that you must pay. They claim you must pay. And you add them up and you multiply them. Now this is what we did. We multiplied them by the weeks, months, years that me and Sarah have been together, which is now 17 years.
They're just the basic things, aren't they?
And don't forget, these are the 5 things that you don't really have anything of material value left. As you can't literally pick it up and say, look, this is what I've got left of that money. Okay? Right, so those 5 things, add them together, multiply them by the weeks, months, years, and do an average of 15 years, for instance. Yeah, we did 17 years because this is how long we've been together. I'm not kidding, guys. I nearly fell through the floor. I'm not even going to let you guess. I'm going to tell you how much we spent on those 5 things over 17 years that we've got nothing to show for now. £250,000. Now, if you don't believe me, you do it. You work it out on your budget or your expenses. £250,000 fucking pound. I could not believe it. Now, don't forget that does not include your food. It doesn't include your internet, your car, your MOT, your car insurance, your car tax, your big TVs, your mobile phone contracts.
The gifts for birthdays, for Christmases.
Christmas presents, birthday presents, anniversary cards and presents.
You can only imagine how much over the years.
Have you ever taken the time to sit and work out how much you've spent and what you can physically put in your hand or look at now and say that was worthwhile? Because I tell you what, guys, £250,000 sent a shiver up my fucking back. You add up the food, the internet and all those things that we've just said, and you're looking at more than £500,000 in 17 years. That's only half of my working life. And you wonder why we're out here looking for a lower impact life. We don't need all that stuff.
Well, you know, in England there isn't actually any alternative. Unless you want to...
No, not really.
There isn't any.
It doesn't, moving out here doesn't eradicate all that. We still
no.
have to pay rent, we still have to buy our own food, there will still be expenses. But you look at there's no council tax out here, there's no TV licence, you don't need to pay it. You don't get the fuckers knocking on your door saying you haven't, and they don't believe you haven't got a TV. What the fuck's that about? If I don't have a TV, I don't have a fucking TV. Who are they to want to search your house?
Well, technically you don't have to let them anyway. It's just they don't like you knowing all that information.
We didn't want it anymore, guys. It's as simple as that. Life is much more than working your socks off to keep forking it out, and having nothing to show for it. Materialistically, I don't want nothing to show for it. It's in here. You can see this place on our videos. I've eaten some sweets and they've repeated. The Spanish sweets, they're beautiful, by the way, aren't they? They're very tasty, but they're there. I should learn. You can see the beauty of this place. You can see it reflecting off my skin. You can see how I've got a bit of a tan, and at Buddykin's here she seems to be changing nationality quickly. Money doesn't buy that, does it?
Just want to be together.
We want to be together. We got married to be together, and it got to the point where we were working the opposite ends of the scale. Sarah would go out to work, I'd be at home doing the housework. She'd come home from work, I'd be going out to... That's not life. And then you're supposed to appreciate the couple of days off you have together. You're absolutely fucked, you're absolutely bollocks. It's like, I just don't want to do anything. And like I said, this is all...
Nothing's nearby, is it?
It's all in here, yeah? When you feel down like that, you don't want to do anything. I was a prime example for that. When my mind isn't at its peak, and believe me, it doesn't take any work whatsoever to make your mind blossom. What else can I say? It blossoms, yeah? When we walk up here, so quite often we don't speak. When it's hot and we're walking, we don't speak. We don't have to. We have that connection now, correct? And this is another thing. We're not allowed to hold hands anymore. You might find that quite strange, but I'll tell you why. There is a good reason, yeah? Give me a hand.
It's because we've both got hot hands.
Yeah, give me a hand. That, walking over here, is extremely uncomfortable, sweaty, muggy, isn't it? Yeah? It's not particularly pleasant. As much as I love holding Sarah's hand while we're walking up the street, yeah, it's uncomfortable. So, we've agreed that is how it, and it's lovely because you can
Hand-free to cool, stay cool.
you cool off anyway. Over here, you cool off any way you can. Yeah. If you see a bit of shade along the footpath, you get in the shade and walk up that. When it gets a bit hot, you open your hands. You're still holding hands, but there you go, guys. Yeah. That's what we do now, isn't it? And that, we're still connected. Yeah. It's still an honour, a pleasure to walk up the street holding hands. Yeah. And not having that discomfort of sweaty palms. Okay. What else? What else do we want to talk about? We won't make it an hour long. This what we at 20 minutes, so we'll think about something for 10 minutes. Yeah. Hopefully, you guys saw the pictures of the botanical gardens here in Gibraltar. Now. Again, what can I say? The gardens themselves, with the cacti and the succulents and some of the wildlife, is free. It's free to walk round. God, my fucking butties. They've done this rock. It's free to walk round, yeah? They do have, what's it called? A wildlife park, yeah? Which is where the caged animals are. Now, you know me, I'm not a great advocate in caging animals up and such like, but there is a reason there. If you read some of the pictures, you'll know why. If you didn't, I'll explain why. This wildlife park was brought about by the seizure of some exotic animals by the Gibraltar Customs here. Where smugglers had caught them out their natural habitat, caught them, caged them, and was going to sell them on the black market as exotic pets. Now, anybody that knows me knows full well that's a no-no. You don't do that sort of thing. So I am in full support of this place. Yeah. Now, the entrance fee to this wildlife park was £5 each. And it's like we said, that's £5 well worth spending. It's really, to be fair, it's the only one thing that we've actually done and spent money on as a, what can you call it, tourist site or whatever. We don't see it like that. We see it as £5 going towards the upkeep of that centre. There's what, 4 people there that was help clearing out the beds.
There weren't many animals really, was there?
Not a great deal of animals, but it doesn't matter. I mean, these things take money to pay people to try and help out. It's not all voluntary. And at the end of the day, that was £10 between ourselves. We said, no, let's do it. You know, we're not frivolous with our money, but this is going to a good cause, yeah? And I've got to be honest, we was in there, what, 40 minutes, 45 minutes?
Small, but, take your time.
It was fantastic, it really was. You can see by the pictures the range of animals that are in there. Animals that we wouldn't normally see, although we have been told that there are wild snakes in abundance in the botanical gardens, not caged up, but we didn't see any. There's lizards. Apparently we've got 2 lizards that live, one lizard that lives on the veranda of our apartment. Now let me get this right, it's a Moorish gecko, yeah? Not as in you want more of it, a Moorish. A Moorish gecko, and apparently it's about that long, yeah?
I haven't seen it.
Now, Kaz said that you can actually pick these things up. Don't grab the tail because it will drop off. I explained that in a previous video. But it's friendly. It might nip you, but it's got no teeth, so it's just, if it comes unexpected, it's going to be a bit of a shock. But he said, by all means, pick it up carefully and it'll be fine with you. Apparently they come out at sunset and they catch mosquitoes and flies and such like, so quite looking forward to seeing that. We haven't actually been there at that time to see it yet, so we'll get there. So yeah, the botanical gardens, if anybody ever does get out to Gibraltar, do it. Don't think about it, just do it, because it is such an experience. It's another thing that we're quite curious about was the noise that we heard from the trees. Now, if you've ever heard a powered substation and the hum or the buzz that it gives off through the energy, you get that sort of thing in the treetops. Now, obviously it's not a powered substation. I would liken it to something like a cricket or a lot of crickets, like a herd or whatever, flock of crickets, I don't know what you call them. But it sounds like a lot of crickets, and we have searched, we have looked and looked and looked, we can't see nothing up in them trees. But it's mainly olive trees, but there are various other species or species of trees that they emit this noise. So if anybody knows what this noise is, anybody local or anybody that's knowledgeable in that area, please let us know what this noise is.
It sounds like electrical, though, doesn't it?
It sounds like an electrical buzz.
Yeah.
Almost.
But it'd go down, quiet down, and then it'd go loud again. I don't know. It does sound like it's coming from the tree itself.
It's almost a mixture of a buzz and a crackle, a real fine crackle. Strange
We'll
noise.
try and record it at some point.
Yeah, we'll do a video for people. But yeah, if anybody knows what that is, please let us know, because we're really curious. This isn't just one tree. This is quite a few places we've heard it.
It's really loud there, but I've heard it even coming down the street sometimes. I've heard it and it's only minor, but you can still hear it. So, and I did ask you, you could hear it and you couldn't hear it at the time, and it's really strange because I could hear it.
Near Casemates Tunnel, I couldn't hear the noise that Sarah was talking about, but in the trees I can hear. It's probably because it's nearer to nature, I don't know. But I could definitely hear it yesterday. It was very loud, very loud. But the heat's starting to build up now. I would say it's gone up a couple of degrees since starting the video, hasn't it? I reckon about 32, 33 degrees now. You can maybe see the sun beating down a little bit more, maybe. But what we at, 27 minutes, so I'll probably stand up and do a 360 degree video of what we can see and where we are now. It's absolutely gorgeous. Slightly misty. Last night, I took a photograph of the mist over the rock, and it actually came down, so the mist was at a lower level and you could see the rock above it. It was really magical. Almost mystical. It looked like the top of the rock was floating. But it's quite a humid night last night, wasn't it? I slept okay, but you could tell it was quite a humid night. Kaz said he didn't sleep very well either because of the humidity. So yeah, there's your latest update, guys. It's always a pleasure to do these videos and get comments back. Comments is great because if you've got any questions or anything, feel free. Just be aware that all the comments will not show straight away. We're on a review system where when you make a comment we have to review it and moderate it and then okay it, yeah? We've just done that, so there's no stupidity going on the channel. It's fair enough. For my close friends and family with my phone number, of course it doesn't matter because it's expensive to ring here and such like, but just to let you know, don't text, don't phone on my old phone number because that contract has ended now. We've ceased that contract, the number's gone. We have got a new number. If you want it, message me, yeah? I'm not going to put it public for obvious reasons, but I have got a number, obviously for work reasons. Buddyfoot here, she's got her own number as well. Now, I've got a world SIM, which you can use anywhere in the world, yeah? Sarah's is a Gibtel number, a Gibraltar number, which if you're in line of sight you can use it in La Linea as well. So if you ever do ring Sarah and you don't get an answer, just bear in mind we might be in Spain, so it's not line of sight, you can't get that. So just leave a message. The very best way is Messenger on here or WhatsApp. I've got WhatsApp now, so if anybody wants me WhatsApp details, let us know.
Again, yeah? We've got no kind of internet as such, so
we've got no mobile internet at the moment, no mobile data, because we're still looking about.
Yeah, we just...
Internet is when we get back to the apartment, okay? So bear with us. If you don't hear from us in the day, that'll be why, okay? but don't let that put you off. Leave your messages, we will get back to you straight away when we get back. So yeah, we'll leave it at that now, guys. I'll stand up if I can move these creaky bones, and give you a 360 of our home, or the place we are living now. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I turned the video off, but this is a follow-on from the last video saying that I was going to do a 360 tour of where we sat today, Sunday the 1st of September. So Sarah just holds me ass so I don't fall in the water. Let's start off at the north side of the eastern beach in Spain. Now look at that, it's about 12 o'clock noon, yeah? And what I'm going to do, right, you can hear the water splashing up. I'm going to go down. Look how clear that water is. Look how clean it is. Near the shore there, you're about 4 foot deep. But where those people are there, you can actually stand up. So I thought it, well, we thought it dropped out. It doesn't. We thought it was on a bit of a shelf. It's not. So just spinning round, there's another lady out there, and she can actually stand up there as well. So it's not that deep, but it is cold. Apparently it's November, it starts to warm up. So yeah, we're on the rock face here. There's Buddyfoot. There's the fine rock in all its glory. The Rock of Gibraltar. Still a little bit misty. For those that saw my photographs yesterday from last night, it was a mystical scene. The mist had come that far down that it had come right down street level, and the tip of the rock was actually above the mist. Now that's another thing, people set up gazebos and umbrellas, and the whole family come down. The whole family come down and enjoy the time here. So let me just sit down again before I wobble off into the sea, and we'll finish this video off properly. Was there anything else that we wanted to say? I think that was about it, wasn't it? Oh, that was it. Kaz is our landlord, is a very avid bird watcher, and he was saying towards the end of August, beginning of September, so now in this time of the season, you'll get a lot of pink flamingos, flocks of pink flamingos flying over. Was it to Africa? I think it's towards Africa, if I remember right. And he says it's like clouds of pink. So if we ever get the chance to see them, we'll try and video them, or at least take a photograph if we've got our phones and that with us.
There's puffins as well.
Puffins as well, eagles, some kind of eagles. I can't remember. I'll have to try and remember what he said. But he loves it. He loves nature. So yeah, we'll definitely look at that. Also, killer whales. He saw a killer whale the other day from the beach. He said if you take binoculars, or a monocular, which I've got, he says take it down the beach and sit and study, take your time, chill out and search the horizon. He says you will see killer whales are rare, but he says he saw one the other day, and dolphins. Don't take the excursions, the dolphin trips. He says they're very expensive and there's no guarantees you'll see them anyway, but he says sit on the rock face on the front. He says you'll see them, they're not that far out. So yeah, that's it guys. I think we'll call it a day for today for videos. Hope you're enjoying them. Please comment below, you know, let us know what you think to them. If you've got any questions, let us know and we'll answer. I explained about the review system. So alright, Barefoot and Buddykins going to, don't know, what we're going to do today. What hard work have we got on today?
Well, we need to maybe walk from this rock to the other one.
What, that rock right over there?
Yeah.
For what reason?
Slightly different.
That's going to take a lot of effort though, isn't it? Relax and enjoy your day, because we are. See you later guys. Love you loads.